Hello, everyone. It is I, the Fable of Fables, your new best friend. I dropped something. Hi, guys. How you guys doing? I'm reacting to some more Transformers stuff. I've just been in a Transformers mood. That and because Brawn, one of my favorite Transformers, I'm not actually kidding. I love him in the G1 comic. Sorry, the G1 show. And he's actually in the Skybound comic, but I'm really sad because something tells me they're gonna kill him off again, like they did in the fucking movie. God, I hope not. But Robert Kirkman is kind of taking head right now and kind of head writer. And he's not a bad writer, but he's actually not a good one either. He's good in certain aspects, but he also kind of doesn't shine in others. And I'm not gonna really explain it because I don't know how to word it properly, so don't ask. Anyway, guys, let's look on the basics of Braun. God, I love him. He's such a cool character. He's so silly to me, but I love him.
Back to 1984 once more for this week's
Yee.
episode for a look at the original Autobot tough guy who believed in might over microchips. These are the basics on BRAWN. The original BRAWN toy was one of the small-scale Autobot mini-vehicles and transformed into an off-road SUV. The figure was first released in Japan in 1983 as part of the Microchange toy line. But evidence suggests it was originally designed by American toy makers Knickerbocker for their unproduced 1983 toy line Mysterians, which had been cancelled when the company was acquired by Hasbro. But whether imported from Japan or obtained from Knickerbocker, the toy was released by Hasbro in the first year of the Transformers line in 1984. A profile was written for Brawn by Marvel Comics writer Bob Budiansky, which characterized him as the Autobots' demolition specialist, who was one of the strongest and most durable among them, despite his small size. Hardy and determined, Brawn...
Oh, I just wanted to say, I I was actually reading the comic the other day, and yeah, when Chris said small, the freaking scale size difference between him and Jetfire, and I think it was Wheeljack, is freaking ridiculous, dude. It's so funny. He's so tiny.
loved the challenges posed by Earth's rugged terrain, but
God,
he
do I love
could
him.
be a bit of a macho meathead, dismissive of those who preferred thinking to fighting. Brawn was one of the more prominent Autobot characters in the first season of the Transformers cartoon, with large roles in several episodes.
Yeah, he's
He
great.
teamed up with Windcharger to investigate Decepticon activity in the Andes Mountains, travelled to Cybertron to rescue captured human ally Sparkplug.
Yeah, dude, I love that episode. Braun was just the best. He was breaking walls, having a good time. It was amazing.
Wiki, and tackled the Insecticons in Bali. The continued availability of his toy in 1985 ensured that Brawn remained part of the show's cast in its second season. Though not as major a character, he did star in another Spotlight episode, in which his disdain for intellectuals saw him butt heads with Autobot scientist Perceptor, until Perceptor won him over by saving the Autobots from a superpowered Megatron, convincing Brawn that brains could be just as important as muscles. Being small didn't stop Brawn picking big fights. During his appearances in the series, he repeatedly went up against Soundwave, and once even shot Megatron with his own cannon, all while dropping macho action movie one-liners delivered with aplomb by actor Corey Burton.
Take them. I don't take so easy.
God, I love you, Braun. Seriously, I love you so much.
Conversely, Brawn did very little in the Marvel comic book published in America, but he did enjoy a starring role in one of the earliest exclusive stories written for the United Kingdom's version of the series, in which his mind was scrambled by an electric shock and he turned against the Autobots, going on a rampage trying to free human cars from their owners until he was brought back under control. After Brawn's toy was discontinued in 1986, he was phased out of both the cartoon and the comic,
I
In
hate
the
it.
cartoon universe, he was famously killed off in The Transformers the Movie, the first of the film's many casualties, gunned down by Starscream wielding
Bullshit.
Megatron. Though the fact that such a tough character was killed so quickly and easily did wind up spawning a long-running fandom in-joke about how there was no way he was really dead. In the comic, meanwhile, Brawn was one of a group of Autobots offlined by a Decepticon-controlled copy of Optimus Prime.
Oh,
He was restored to life a few years later, just in time to be deactivated again by a cosmically powered Starscream.
Why?
He was revived again by the time of the 1993 sequel comic, Generation 2, but was then atomized by a rebuilt, powered-up Megatron. After that, it
Dude,
would
what
be
the
some
hell?
time before the name
Why are you so mean to Brawn, dude? The frick? Why?
Brawn was heard in Transformers again. But as the
Sad.
21st century began, new incarnations of the character began to appear in new series. Some of them quite different in appearance, but all of them with pretty much the same rough-and-tumble musclehead personality as the original. The first was in 2001's Robots in Disguise. This version of the character transformed into a Mercedes-Benz ML320 SUV and was named X-Brawn because, well, Hasbro just thought that adding an X to his name made him sound cooler. X-Brawn was the eldest of the three Autobot brothers featured in the series, who were all part of an undercover Autobot team posing as ordinary vehicles on Earth. X-Brawn often masqueraded as an SUV owned by an unlucky human named Kelly.
Oh my
Now,
god.
this series was created in Japan, and there, X-Brawn was conceived as a new character named Wild Ride. But when Hasbro imported the series, they renamed him, and it's easy to see why. As a strong-armed bot who loved the rough terrain of Earth, he had a lot in common with the original Brawn, though the English version of the show added a further twist to the character, playing him as a rambunctious cowboy.
All right, Wranglers, hit 'em up and move 'em out.
Ooh.
Corey Burton returned to voice the Transformers animated version of Brawn, who appeared in the cartoon's third season premiere in 2009 as a member of the Autobots Team Athenia, defending a space bridge outpost against the Decepticons Team Char.
God, look at that beautiful boy.
Brawn joined the world of the live-action movies in 2010.
Not gonna lie, I kind of like the design. I'm not like the biggest fan of it, but I do kind of like it.
As part of the Revenge of the Fallen toy line, sporting a Hummer-style SUV alternate mode. This incarnation of the character didn't appear in the films themselves, but
In the
would feature
comics.
in various tie-in comics around the world, as one of the many Autobots working alongside the human forces of Nest. The original Brawn, meanwhile, has continued to appear in media like comic books and mobile games fairly regularly, though he's never again been as notable a character as he was back in the original cartoon. Still, he has enjoyed some standout moments here and there, like going up against Decepticon combiner Bruticus in Dreamwave
damn.
Productions comic books, beating up Starscream in IDW Publishing's comic books, and in an
I love you,
especially
Brawn.
unusual appearance in 2013's Transformers vs. G.I. Joe, falling in love with and marrying G.I. Joe CoverGirl, and even using techno-organic technology to conceive a child with her.
Oh, wow, that's actually... Huh. That's actually kind of cute, though. It's a bit out there, like, let's be honest here. It's, it's a bit of an out there idea, but it's cute because it shows that love comes in many forms and it can overcome obstacles if done right. So it is kind of cute.
Various new
That's
toys
just
of Brawn
love.
have also been released over the years, starting in Transformers Universe
I'm happy
in
for Brawn.
2008. A much larger figure, a retool of Transformers
Oh.
Prime Bulkhead, was planned
Holy crap. Literally, that's just Bulkhead, but holy crap.
for release in the Transformers Generations line in 2012, but was cancelled. It would instead eventually be made available in 2014 as part of the Japanese exclusive Transformers Cloud line. representing a
Wow,
version
man,
of
huh?
BRAWN from a universe where the Autobots were the guardians of the multiverse, where
Oh.
BRAWN was badly damaged in battle with Starscream and upgraded into this huge new form by the vast powers of the multiversal entity, Sarah.
Damn.
Surprisingly, 2 separate BRAWN toys were released in 2016's
Titans
Return line. The first was a tiny Titan Master, which transformed into BRAWN's head and could connect to larger figures released in the series,
Damn.
and which came with a miniature battle mech that triple changed from SUV to hoverbike to rifle for other toys to wield. While the second was a more traditional figure, which included a
Ooh, that is a cool looking boy. Damn, that's a cool looking
cockpit
unit.
in which the Titan Master could ride. When these figures were released in Japan in 2017, they earned BRAWN an appearance in the Transformers Legends manga, a comedic comic that told the story of how BRAWN had been reduced to a Titan Master after being caught in the explosion of a black hole, and now had to resort to using a replica of his original body that he piloted like a mecha.
That's kind of cool.
BRAWN's most recent notable appearance was a brief but memorable cameo in 2018.
Oh, look at my handsome man. He looks so beautiful. What the fuck? You're so beautiful, dude.
Bumblebee movie, fighting in the final battle of the War on Cybertron. He appeared in the film with a new design based directly on his classic Generation 1.
That is a Cybertronian vehicle, isn't it? But damn, dude, he looks good.
Look, a toy of which would later be released in the Studio Series line in 2022, complete with a drill accessory used by BRAWN in a few episodes of the original cartoon. And he would also appear in a motion comic included as an extra on the movie Blu-ray, fighting his old enemy Soundwave on Earth.
Damn.
Responsible for suddenly propelling the tiny but mighty Autobot back into the spotlight, this new cinematic appearance was small but significant. 2 words that describe a bot like BRAWN perfectly. And those are the basics on BRAWN. If you've enjoyed this journey through Transformers history and lore, give the like button a click and subscribe for lots more. You can help support the series if you visit Patreon, where you'll get early access to new episodes.
Alright guys, if you like this kind of content, do like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not fully getting back into Transformers. I'm starting to kind of get my love for it back. I'm going to be slowly doing this, probably going back at some of the comments I saved from you guys a couple months ago to try to maybe get back into it. Just bear with me, okay? It's gonna take me a bit. I got so burnt out. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I'm honest. I should know better, but I don't. Anyway, I love BRAWN. If you guys want to help donate, I'll leave a link description to my Ko-Fi. Please make sure to check out Chris McFeely. He is an amazing dude. Without him, we wouldn't be able to learn about it. Please do like, comment, and subscribe on his stuff. Support him if you can. Support me if you can, but mostly him because he does a lot of good work. He's an amazing dude. Subscribe, all that nonsense. I'll see you guys later. Oh, dude, that was awesome.